Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today, I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not an emotional person. Well, I never used to be, let's say. I never used to be an emotional person, but now, Christ alive, like, I just cry over the most simplest of things. Like, I just feel like I'm in my feelings at the moment. And it's stressing me out. Like, there's nothing wrong with crying. Like, I've literally cried today. I cried yesterday for like 3 hours. The thing is with me, like, I always used to be quite like cold-hearted. Like, in the past, I never used to cry. Like, the only reason I thought like I needed to cry or like felt that I should cry or anything like that was if it's anything to do with death. Like, death, that just writes me off. Like, obviously that's not an opportunity, but of course, like, I felt fine crying about that because that's loss. Like, you're not going to see the person again and stuff like that. But like, ever since I met my partner 4 years ago, he's literally like unlocked the cries of 1,000 years. Like, literally, like, I'm not even shitting you at this moment in time. Like, if I see like an old man on the TV, like, even just thinking about it now, it makes me well up. Like, I don't know what's happened to me. Like, it's actually weird. And I think today, well, the last couple of days, I've just been emotional. And girls, you know, when monthly flow comes to visit, the tears are out. Like, I go one way or another. Like, normally I'm like badass bitch mode and a bit like, not angry, but like more so, I don't know what I'm like feisty, I would say. And I always got to warn my partner. I'm like, right, this monthly is gonna be a feisty one. Like, I always pre-warn him because I kind of feel it in my waters. I'm like, whoa. Like, I start noticing if I'm getting a little bit snappy or more agitated than usual. And this one, I thought it was going to be okay, but this was an emotional roller coaster one for sure. So sometimes when I'm just emotional, like, I don't like talking about it. And I know you're probably all thinking, well, Lauren, you've came on here and you're talking about it now and you're laughing about it, because I feel okay at the minute. Like, when my partner comes home and I give him a cuddle, that may change in the next 10 minutes, so who knows. But at the moment, I feel okay because I'm just like, for God's sake, like, what are you even crying about? Like, nothing's even that deep. Like, no one's died. Like, you're okay. You're just having a moment. And I feel like it's okay to cry and just feel down at the minute. Like, especially if you're on your period. Like, we're on like this hormonal roller coaster of shit. Like, the amount women have to go through on a daily, and then to have fucking period thrown on top of that. Oh yeah, let's just throw that bomb of emotion.
The Jericho.
Into the rest of our day. So I do think, like, looking back on today, me having me little 2-hour cry, I'm just like, I feel better for it. And I always feel like in every issue you have, or any kind of anything in life, like, there's always a silver lining. Like, I always try and focus on a silver lining in every kind of issue. Like, if you have a breakup, like, if you're having a cry today, there's always some kind of silver lining and some kind of positive that I pull from it. So my positive from a cry is I always have the best sleep. Like, after a cry, I'm not lying, I go to bed, I feel like shit or I feel better depending on how much emotion I got out. And the sleep I have, it's literally like non-interrupted. Like, sleep through, don't get up for a wee, because I literally get up for a wee about 10 times. Like, I'm not even fucking shitting you. Like, it's actually a joke. I actually joked to my partner, like, I need to just invest in nappies, because it's getting to the point where, like, what's the point in me going to sleep when I'm getting up and having a piss every fucking 10 minutes? Like, there's no point. And the thing is with me, like, even thinking about having a wee, it makes me need to have a wee. Like, we probably should move on from this topic, because I'll probably have to have a pee break in a minute. But it's only going to get worse with age, right? So I may as well just settle for the nappies. Like, is that okay? Like, why is it acceptable for a baby to shit and piss in a nappy? And they don't even change their own, I may add. But it's not acceptable for a grown adult of 28 years old to shit and piss in their nappy, and you know, they dispose of it themselves. So surely that's okay, right? Is anyone with me on this, or am I just a one-man band here? But yeah, my silver lining from a cry is my sleep. It just bangs a lot better. Like last night after my 3-hour cry, I slept like a baby. I only got up once for a wee. Amazing. So should I cry every day just to have the best kind of sleep? Like, surely that's... No. That's a lot of effort, isn't it? I don't feel like I have that many tears in my eyes. Or my body. But yeah, that's just where I'm at. I just thought I'd come on here and just do a little rant about my crying escapades. And like my emotion, like sometimes for me, like a lot of people, they do things to make them feel better when they're emotional. So I've got friends that are like emotional eaters, so they'll eat you out of house and home if they're emotional. You better get a stocked cupboard and a stocked fridge if your mate's coming round for a deep and meaningful. But for me, like, I'm not an emotional eater. Like, as soon as like I'm upset, like food's out the window, like my mind is in like mourning of whatever issue I'm having, and literally my stomach just forgets that it needs food to actually function. And then halfway through the day I'm like, oh, hold up a minute, I've actually not eaten all day. So that's my issue. But obviously since I'm on my period as well, it's like counterbalanced itself a little bit. So I'm eating like shit at the minute. Like, I just want chocolate, I want cake. I fucking love cake.
I admit that I love cake. I couldn't resist it. Hey, it's all good.
I just want dessert at the moment. Like, my mum never used to call me pudding for no reason. Like, I just love desserts, and that's what's making me feel better at the moment. I went home this weekend, so back to Birmingham. As you guys may know or not, my lovely accent is from Birmingham. So I went back to Birmingham this weekend, just gone, because it was my nephew's birthday. And the amount of cake I've came home with, like my sister made me a marble cake, my mum got me, I don't know if anyone's tried it, it's like them M&S, like their little loaf cakes, and it's got like coconut and raspberry jam on top. Like, it just reminds me of like school cake. Like, so nice, just bangs. So my mum got me that. My sister also gave me some Jamaican rum cake as well. She also sent me home with some of my nephew's birthday cakes, which was like these cute little cupcakes, vanilla, lemon and chocolate, and also red velvet. Sent me home with some of them. So I'm literally all caked out, and well, not all caked out as in I won't eat cake again. Like, will I have cake every day this week? Yes. Is the diet going well at the moment? No, but I feel like I deserve it. Like, I've just finished a 6-week weight loss plan. Did it go well? No, it didn't. Have I probably pulled back the 1 pound I lost? Probably. But was it worth it? For cake, it's worth it. But yeah, that's where I'm just at the minute. Like, don't get me wrong, like, obviously with lockdown easing, like, things are meant to start feeling better, but I don't know if it's just me, but I just feel like also a little bit anxious about everything opening up again. Like, how did we do normal life before? Like, I'm not being funny, like back in the day, and I say back in the day like it wasn't last year, because obviously lockdown feels like it has been about 10 years, is that I used to run myself so thin. I used to go to work, actually, let's scratch that. I used to go gym at 5 o'clock in the morning, fucking psycho, come home, have a shower, get ready for work, walk to work, which was a half hour, 40-minute walk, get to work, do my full working day, 9 till 5, finish at 5, walk home, so that's half hour, 40 minutes. I'd eat, because I don't cook every day. Like, I am the food prep queen. So every Saturday I used to spend 3 hours food prepping for me and my partner. I used to do us breakfast, lunch and dinner for the whole week on a Saturday. So that's what I've always done. So anytime I'd come home, I just need to get a Tupperware out the fridge, like simple, easy peasy, and then do the same for the rest of the week. And then on a Saturday, I'd either do food prep all day, or I'd go back to Birmingham. And obviously for me, like, when you are traveling somewhere, it's not a day off anymore. Like, even though my days off are usually like a Saturday and Sunday with work, like when you're traveling to go somewhere, see family or whatnot, it doesn't feel like a day off, because you're like spreading yourself thin again. It's not, you're not resting. So I used to go back to Birmingham, go on a night out there, come back to Cardiff the next day at like 10 o'clock in the morning, then go do the food shop for the coming week. Like, all of this stuff I used to do, and I'm like, how? Like, now, like, I feel like it's an effort just going for a walk. Like, how did we used to operate our lives like this? I just think it's fucking weird, but we used to do it. And now, like, easing back into that, I'm just like, how am I actually going to do it? I've also got a wedding to fucking plan. I just can't do it all. It's just too fucking much. I do need to get it together. But yeah, I just thought I'd have a little rant tangent with you guys. I normally do it to my mates over voice note. So I thought you guys would enjoy it a little bit more. So stay tuned for another episode of Lovren's Dramas. I'm sure it will come each week, because there's always something going on. There's always something in there. But if you haven't liked this video or my previous video, please hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. Bye, bish.
Real hot girl shit.